Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick, and in today's video we're going to be identifying clutch number 4. This was our vanilla female, which I will show you in a second, to our super pastel butter hypo ghost male. So this is a really cool clutch, but before we get into that, I do have something really cool to show. I don't ever do egg pullings on this channel just because this is clutch number 27 this year, so I don't really have... I don't really want to bore everybody with 27 egg pulls, and sometimes they're laid super late at night, sometimes I don't find them until the morning. You know, I kind of just pull them out, I want to give them an incubator. But tonight we happen to catch one of our females laying, and this is a massive clutch from a massive, massive female. So you can see there, she's on her eggs. I'm just going to lift her up a little bit. Look at all those eggs. My goodness. They're weirdly yellow. I think that they'll be fertile. Okay, I'll leave you alone. They're weirdly yellow, but I do think that they will be fertile. Because she's a proven mom, and I think that that's like 10 eggs there. That might be more. She was paired to our VPI Xanthic male or to the Super Pastel Butter Ghost / Hypo male. I think that the Super Pastel boy got her, only because she only had one lock with the VPI male super early on, and then she had a couple locks. But if you just watched one of our previous videos, we had the same thing happen on a clutch where the first male got her, and he only had one lock with her super, super early on. So you never know, but either way, het VPIs or het hypos, I'm super stoked with that. Another cool thing that I wanted to show off, if you've been around the channel for a while, this is our clown pied female, and she just laid 5 good eggs 2 days ago. You can see she's very thin. I tried to offer food tonight. She wasn't interested. We'll give it a little bit of time. But she was paired to our Orange Dream Yellow Belly Fire pied boy. Okay, so that's enough chit chat and enough updating. I'm going to go ahead and pull out this clutch so we can talk about it. Super stoked about all these. We hit 3 females and 1 male. Great odds, but this was a dual-sired clutch, so let's kind of get into it and we'll talk about how we know who the dad is. This right here is the father. He is a Super Pastel Butter Hypo. Now, I will be honest with you, in the video he looks extremely washed out looking, but I can tell you in person his colors are super, super, like, really, really nice. And then just kind of give you a sneak peek of what's to come. You can kind of see a little bit of that. That's really fun to put dad and daughter together. But anyway, this is dad, and I'll go ahead and show you mom. This is the mom. It looks like she peed a little bit, so I'll have to get to that after the video, but she is in shed right now. This is our vanilla female. Okay, so the first one we'll start off with is the male of the group, and I'll show you guys how to sex. Do a little boop, hemipenes pop out right there. You can kind of see those. So this is a male. He is a normal het VPI. So our VPI male is just straight up VPI, and he was paired to vanilla. This obviously isn't vanilla, and you'll kind of be able to see that when I show the other parents or the other babies in the clutch. Now, the reason that we know 100% certainty that this is a dual-sired clutch is because the first father, the one that I just showed, that he is a super pastel. So if you know anything about supers and ball pythons, the babies have to get one copy of that gene. This boy is definitely not pastel. He's all normal. That VPI, you know, it's kind of funny. I don't necessarily see much of the het influence. I don't know if VPI really does that, if I'm being honest. I don't work extensively with VPI. Quite yet. I'm going to kind of start adding some of it to my collection, but as some of you know, I work with MJ Xanthic as well, so I'm kind of saving some room for that. But anyway, normal het VPI male, like him a lot. Now, this is his sister. Now, this girl is very, very tiny. Very tiny. I'm a little concerned about her. What happened is she crawled out of the egg a little too early, and her umbilical cord, or I forget the word that I'm looking for, her little nutrient sac, I cannot think of what it's called right now, was it popped off. She came out too fast and that thing just exploded. Don't really know what happened. I mean, she was still in the egg box and it fell off. I don't really know. But you can tell she's a little smaller than I would like, but this is the vanilla version. So she's vanilla het VPI. She has a wonky eye, and I'm not going to be able to show it on camera. Well, yep, there you can see it. It's kind of like, it looks like she has a permanent eye cap and shed. Once again, probably just an incubation thing. But either way, here's the male. So this one is a normal, this is a vanilla, and both are het VPI. So you can kind of tell here that you can really see what vanilla does to the pattern, kind of what it does to the alien heads. See how the normal has the normal alien heads? Well, I shouldn't say normal alien heads, but just has kind of the typical alien heads that we see in normal wild type ball pythons. And then with this girl, they're blown out. There are no holes in the center there. And there is, and the camera kind of picks it up, the vanilla has a little bit more of that kind of consistent gold color with less browning, whereas the normal has that very, you know, nice black to brown to that gold as it kind of gets up there. So very beautiful snakes. The normal also has a little bit more white on it than the vanilla does, but you know, I don't know if that's necessarily typical or not. But either way, very beautiful snakes, both het for VPI Xanthic. All right, we'll move on to the second, or the female, the first female from the Super Pastel Dad. So once again, just so we all kind of can see how I know who the father is and how it was dual sired, look at the head stamps. That is how you can tell pastel and a baby. Besides how kind of washed out it makes the snake look, or kind of that orangish color, not orange, kind of that citrusy type color running around here, but you can clearly tell a difference. Now this is pastel vanilla, so let's pull back out the vanilla girl and kind of compare them right here. So this is vanilla, this is vanilla pastel. So you can really tell a difference. You know, don't mind the size difference for right now. This snake is absolutely gorgeous. I love this girl. So this will be a vanilla pastel 100% het hypo female. Yep, female. Okay, now let's move on to the superstar of the clutch. Just an absolutely visually stunning animal. You know, on camera it actually does look pretty good, but I'll tell you what, in person, a lot of kind of those whitish tones that you're seeing, they're a little bit more yellow than they are necessarily white, but that pastel head with butter in it, that's what makes this girl so different. And it's almost kind of crazy to think, but right here on the right, well, this hand right here, when we just went over, pastel vanilla het hypo. This one is pastel butter vanilla het hypo. Head almost looks super pastel. Very crazy, but as you guys saw from that vanilla mom, she's definitely not pastel. She doesn't really have any of the light colors or anything. She's a very, honestly to me, she's almost a very dark vanilla. So it's very interesting to see kind of what these babies came out looking like. But both of these are two girls, so we did great on odds as far as that goes. I'm thrilled with that. And I really like hypo. I think that hypo slept on. For these girls, I'm not holding back either of them, so if you're interested, just let me know. But I would see these girls going really well in a hypo clown project. So if you have a visual hypo clown male, or if you have a, you know, or one day you get that, or if you have a clown het hypo, even this female would, both these girls would fit crazy good into that, because vanilla looks great in clown. I like pastel in clown. I also think that the way that butter and vanilla react in this, I think it'd be awesome to see that in clown with some other codoms thrown in there. So really, really nice girls, and or even just Desert Ghost would be a nice one to throw these into with the DG hypo project. Pastel butter, you know, those lighter colors really make Desert Ghost and hypo in them, make them look so much better. So now what I want to do is I actually want to show you guys a couple of our snakes from Clutch 1 that that we're not holding back really any of these, honestly. But I just kind of wanted to show this. I believe all three of these are Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, Fire, Het Pied. This girl is spoken for. She has sold, and this snake is, I mean, I don't know exactly the cut date on them. I have it in my records. I just don't remember it off the top of my head. But if you go back and you look, this snake is massive. Like, these girls have been eating like crazy. Now, you can tell, too. Okay, hold up. So these two girls, same hatch date, same everything. You can see that this girl's a little skinnier. She's also in shed. She actually, when she sheds, she'll look just like her sister here. She actually had to be assist fed a couple times. She finally took her first meal on her own. But I just kind of wanted to show on the channel what the difference is between a snake that has eaten since day one and then one that's only had, I think she's had 4 meals, 3 assisted, finally took 1 on her own. But you can just tell how much more stunted she looks growth-wise than her sister. So, very interesting to see. You know, a lot of our babies have done really good this year. Some have needed help early on. But either way, really cool. Just kind of want to show off some of these Clutch 1 results.